In today's show, Bitcoin hit $60,000 for the first time since April after reports of an imminent ETF approval. That's right, breaking news. The SEC is likely to allow a Bitcoin futures ETF to trade next week, according to the latest reports. In fact, the SEC themselves just tweeted on crypto Twitter, before investing into a fund that holds Bitcoin futures contracts, make sure you carefully weigh the potential risk and benefits, which is a way of saying, hey, an ETF is coming without actually admitting there's an ETF coming. And ARK Balchunas, the senior ETF analyst over at Bloomberg, now ups his odds to 85% that a futures-backed ETF gets approved this week. And he also goes on to share Bitcoin futures ETF said not to face any opposition at the SEC, according to multiple sources confirming this. Pretty much a done deal. Expect launches next week. Now check this out. The price of gold went up literally 5x when an ETF was approved by the New York Stock Exchange. If history was to repeat, could that mean Bitcoin to $300,000? Also in today's show, think 60,000 is the top. Think again, this Bitcoin fractal suggests it's the next bear market bottom. I'll be breaking down this fractal and quoting crypto analyst Tech Dev suggests the next bear bottom is 47 to 60,000. If that's where we land after an 80 to 85% fall, the math gets fun. Also in today's show, Bitcoin can surge nearly 10x from its current price, predicts ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, and shares how. That's right, she says Bitcoin is heading to $500,000, which is nearly 10x the current price if institutions allocate just 5% of their investment funds to BTC. I'll be breaking this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin and Ether are currently breaking out while many of the alts are correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 50,000 subs. If you like earning money and cryptocurrency, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. If you're planning on buying tokens on the Ethereum, Polygon, or Binance Smart Chain, you should really consider doing so on the 1inch decentralized exchange aggregator. As we all know, decentralized exchanges are great, but aggregators like 1inch are even better. That's because they automatically find you the lowest price, along with the lowest slippage and the best exchange rates across a multitude of different dexes. And as you can see, transaction costs are up to 42% cheaper on 1inch, which is very nice. And additionally, they also rolled out a program where they're giving the gas fees back to users up to 10 million 1inch tokens worth, which is currently ongoing as of September 1st. And to check out how much is needed to stake and how much you can earn back, check it out right here. Staking of 100 1inch allows users to get a 25% gas refund, while staking of 100,000 1inch allows users to get a 100% gas refund. And another additional feature that they have rolled out is their referral program, which many dexes have not yet implemented, as well as a mobile app for iOS users, so you can do some decentralized trading on the go. To take advantage of 1inch, the most efficient DeFi aggregator, go ahead and click the link in the description right down below, and let's start stacking those sats, shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. Happy 60K BTC day. I'm your host, JV, and as usual, we have a lot to cover, so let's dive right in. Bitcoin has surpassed that $60,000 mark briefly for the first time 6 months ago, back in April of 2021. The Bitcoin price has been boosted by reports suggesting a Bitcoin futures ETF is likely to begin trading in the United States as early as next week, and data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro indicates that the Bitcoin prices have been on a slow grind upward since the beginning of this month. Welcome to October. And before the upward price action began, prices had hovered around 42,000 from September 20th to October 1st. Now that $60,000 mark was first breached on Bitstamp this morning at 5 a.m. and Bitcoin is now just 7% away from reclaiming its all-time high of 64,800. Also, Bloomberg reported earlier in the day that sources familiar with the matter had issued positive indications that the SEC is likely to approve several Bitcoin futures ETFs to begin trading next week. That's right. Several rumors about the imminent approval saw a price increase of about 7,000 over the past 7 days. That's an average of $1,000 increase per day. Let's go BTC, equating to a 13% increase from 53,000 to 60K. The sharpest increase was over the past 2 days, over which Bitcoin has rallied from about 54,000 up to the current $60,000 high watermark. And before I break down our next breaking story of the day, SEC likely to allow Bitcoin futures ETF to trade next week, as well as think 60,000 is the top. This Bitcoin fractal suggests it's the next bear market bottom, as well as Bitcoin can surge nearly 10x from the current price, predicts ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, and shares how. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up 3.5% for the day, trading at about 59,500. We have Ether up 1.3%, trading just under 3,800. We have Solana up 3%, trading at $157, while Polkadot, Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, and Doge are all correcting in the red. However, check out Matic up a whopping 20% for the day, trading at $1.52. So as a bonus, I'm going to throw in the story at the end of today's show. Polygon can hit $3.50 in Q4 as Matic's 20% weekly rally triggers a bull flag setup. But all right, now let's break down our next break-in story of the day. The long wait for the Bitcoin exchange-traded product can soon be over, according to sources reported by financial media giant Bloomberg. Citing people familiar with the matter, Bloomberg has reported that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is poised to approve the first Bitcoin futures exchange-traded funds in the country. The anonymous sources said the regulator isn't likely to block the products from starting to trade next week. A futures product is likely to be the first one approved since they are viewed more favorably by regulators. Futures are governed by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, which is the CME, and require investors to put down cash on margin to trade them. Now, Bloomberg senior ETF analyst ARK Balchunas is confident that the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF could be the first one launched, as the decision deadline is October 18th, which is 3 days away. The Invesco Bitcoin Strategy ETF may be approved the following day, bearing any further delays by the SEC. And checking out the SEC's tweet themselves: before investing in a fund that holds Bitcoin futures contracts, make sure you carefully weigh the potential risk and benefits. And ARK Balchunas responded to this. The SEC just tweeted out an EDU bulletin they wrote back in June. Bitcoin futures and funds that hold Bitcoin futures, clearly a good sign, and we are now upping our odds to 85% that this ProShares Bitcoin ETF gets approved this week. Let me know if you agree or disagree with ARK Balchunas. He also tweeted that Bitcoin futures ETFs said not to face any opposition at SEC, according to multiple sources confirming this. And aside, I'm hearing the same thing. Pretty much a done deal. Expect launches next week. So there you have it. And SEC Chairman Gary Gensler has voiced his favor for funds based on the CME traded Bitcoin futures filed under a 1940s law, adding more weight to the potential of a long-awaited approval. And on October 14th, Cointelegraph reported that ARK Invest had teamed up with 21 shares to file for an ETF that will trade in the Bitcoin futures, indicating that they were too confident that a product approval is imminent. And deadlines for ETF applications from Van Eck and Valkyrie are also approaching on October 25th, so there could be a slew of them hitting exchanges over the next couple of weeks. That's right, so Monday, October 18th, mark this date in your calendars and on your smartphone. It could be a big day for Bitcoin prices as markets have been bubbling up in anticipation of this landmark event. I think once this ETF finally gets approved, which is long overdue, this will help send the Bitcoin price soaring to six figures. So personally, I can't wait. Let me know if you feel it's likely to be approved next week. Holla at your boy in the live chat. And as the Bitcoin archive points out, the price of gold went up 5x when an ETF was approved. Does this mean Bitcoin to $300,000? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, think 60,000 is the top. Think again. This Bitcoin fractal suggests it's the next bear market bottom, as well as Bitcoin can surge nearly 10x from the current price, predicts ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, and shares how, as well as I share this bonus prediction that Polygon Matic can hit $3.50 in Q4. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting above $2.4 trillion with $119 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current Bitcoin dominance is 46.2%, with the Ether dominance at 18.5%. And checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have New Cipher up a whopping 611%, trading at $2.10. Polygon Matic up 20%, trading at $1.53. And Solana up almost 5%, trading at $159. Now, which altcoins are you currently most bullish on? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now, checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 71 out of 100 in greed. Yesterday was a 70, last week a 74, and last month a 49, which is neutral. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin may have hit highs of 60,000, but calculations suggest that the next price level will matter much more to the bears and not the bulls. In a new tweet on October 14th, popular Twitter account TechDev again highlighted historical data, which has so far accurately tracked Bitcoin's highs and lows. While Bitcoin is tipped to retake all-time highs and climb to six figures this year, investors' attention is already turning to how far Bitcoin will fall after its next blow off top. The idea that the Bitcoin price action moves in cycles with a bearish phase and a bottom of 80% off the blow off top has become widely accepted. That is much harder to believe in the current circumstances, however, is that 60,000 may just be the price floor of the potential 80% correction. That's right, using Fibonacci sequences, crypto analyst Tech Dev showed that each Bitcoin bear bottom fell within an identical range. This accounts for both the sub $200 lows in 2014 and the roughly $3,200 floor back in December of 2018. Now, given Bitcoin's cyclical metamorphosis, the next logical retracement, therefore, has anywhere from $47,000 to $60,000 as a target. Quoting Tech Dev here on Crypto Twitter, I know no one cares about macro during a pump, but the last two Bitcoin bear markets bottomed in the 1.4 to 1.6 logarithmic Fibonacci pocket of the previous cycle. Suggests the next bear bottom is 47,000 to 60,000. If that's where we land after an 80 to 85% fall, the math gets fun. And he shares this fractal chart you can see here from 2013, followed by the bear bottom, and then 2017, followed by the bear bottom. Now 2021, followed by the bear bottom of 60,000. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this crypto analyst. Now what's interesting is $60,000 as 20% of the top puts Bitcoin in line for a test of $300,000 per BTC this cycle, which is interesting. Consider I just pointed out the price of gold went up 5x when an ETF was approved, which also hints at Bitcoin price of $300,000. Now the momentum behind Bitcoin has been tied to expectations of that United States ETF, which I shared with you a little earlier, and why opinions on the impact of such a decision are mixed. Its importance is not a red herring, commentators say, and marks a genuine watershed for Bitcoin, which cannot be reversed. Australian investor and analyst Nico Gilch, which referenced the famed investor Paul Tudor Jones while explaining the excitement over the Bitcoin ETF. Tudor Jones had previously highlighted Bitcoin cycles being similar to gold in the 1970s, just when it had become a futures product itself and enjoyed a 10-year bull run followed by a 50% correction. Now gold's 1970s rip, as TechDev additionally notes, fits extremely neatly over Bitcoin's performance since October of 2020, as he shares and overlays here in this chart. Now Bitcoin/70s gold fractal check, now it's just getting ridiculous, which shows this massive parabolic ascent taking us to 285,000 per BTC. Now before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin can surge nearly 10x from the current price, predicts ARK Invest Cathie Wood, and shares how, as well as this bullish price prediction of Matic. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 940 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which can be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to help me get to 50,000 subs. And of course, you can follow me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes and Google Play. You can also follow me on crypto Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes, and of course, you can follow me on TikTok, Telegram, and Facebook, so be sure to follow me there. All right, now let's break down our next bullish story of the day. ARK Invest founder Cathie Wood says Bitcoin could reach $500,000 if institutional investors embrace the benchmark crypto. That's right, Bitcoin can surge nearly 10 times if institutions allocate just 5% of their investment funds to BTC. Wood tells the CFA Societies at a conference, I have seen two periods in my investment life where what seemed like new asset classes were moving into institutional portfolios: real estate in the 70s and 80s and emerging markets. If institutions around the world were to allocate 5% of their portfolios into Bitcoin, that allocation alone, and this is just one of the many cases out there, would add roughly $500,000 to Bitcoin's price. Wood says that the estimate did not factor in large firms already bullish on crypto, such as Square, MicroStrategy, and Tesla, added even more Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Wood's comments follows ARK's recent SEC filing seeking approval for a Bitcoin futures exchange-traded fund. The application says that the fund will invest in the exchange-traded Bitcoin futures contracts that are cash settled in US dollars on the CME. So there you have it. What are your thoughts surrounding Cathie Wood's $500,000 Bitcoin price prediction, and when do you feel this will turn into fruition? Holla at your boy in the live chat. Now for the bonus story. Polygon could hit $3.50 in Q4 as Matic's 20% weekly rally triggers a bull flag setup. How many of you are currently bullish on Matic? Holla at your boy in the live chat. For those of you not familiar with it, it's a layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum. Now Matic has the potential to reach $3.50 by the end of this year, as it charts a pattern that's starting to resemble a bull flag. In detail, the bull flags are bullish continuation patterns that emerge when price consolidates following a strong strong move higher. In doing so, the price tends to trend lower while leaving behind a sequence of higher lows and lower lows. Now, a breakout occurs when the price closes above the flag's upper trend line or resistance. In other words, the price can rise by as much as the height of the previous uptrend, also known as a flagpole. Now, as you can see in this chart, it appears that Matic has been painting a similar pattern even since it established a record high of $2.89 on May 17th, followed by a $2 long upside run, which is the flagpole. And as a result, should Matic's price break above the flag's resistance decisively, it will shift its upside target to about $2 above the breakout level. That would roughly put the Polygon token en route to $3.50. So there you have it. Do you feel that Matic is likely to shatter $3.50 target in Q4? I feel personally this is extremely conservative. I think Matic can 3, 4, 5x from now to Q4, but just saying, let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin hit 60,000 for the first time since April after reports of an imminent ETF approval. That's right, I also shared breaking news of the SEC likely to allow a Bitcoin futures ETF to trade as early as next week. Also in today's show, we discussed 60,000 not being the top, as this fractal suggests it's the next bear market bottom. Also in today's show, we discussed Bitcoin surging nearly 10x from its current price, hitting $500,000 per BTC, according to ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, as well as Polygon Matic could hit $3.50 here in Q4. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. I want to give a quick shout out for all the super chat contributions coming from Mangus, Lawrence, Jonathan, and Bitbud. Keep it coming. I truly appreciate your continued support. And now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. Mark wrote, "The best show. Watching each video since 2017. Mark it red or green. You always make a great job." My response, thanks so much, Mark. Greatly appreciate your support, fam. Our next featured comment comes from ARK, who wrote, "Hey JV, first time watching your videos and I'm impressed. Great coverage of the crypto news and very related content. Keep up the great work. I can only imagine how much of your time it takes to put all your research into video content for your followers. Subscribing to your channel is the least anyone can do to show appreciation. Thanks." And my response, welcome to the channel, fam. Greatly appreciate your support. Thanks so much for tuning in. And our third and final featured comment of the day comes from B Styles, who wrote, "JV, amazing show as always. Listen to it twice today, once on Spotify and YouTube later in the day to see those dope green candles. Now watching Bitcoin fly past 59,000. Bro, I got to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This show got me into crypto in May. Life changing. Much love. Let's freaking go." And my response, cheers B Styles. All-time highs very soon. Then moon time here in Q4. Let's freaking go. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, be sure to drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. That's right, Bitcoin is the glitch in the matrix. And if you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications and help me get to 50,000 subs. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.